If you've been fasting for weight loss and fat burning but still struggle to slim down, lose belly fat, or eliminate abdominal fat, then you're about to discover something that flips everything you've been told upside down. Because the truth is painfully simple. Most people ruin their fasting results the moment they take their first bite. Yes, even when they think they're choosing a healthy meal. And if you want to boost metabolism, lose weight fast, and finally follow healthy meal plans that actually work, the foods you use to break a fast will determine whether you continue burning fat or switch it off instantly. That's why today I'm revealing the top 10 perfect foods to break a fast, and I promise some of them will shock you. In this video, you'll understand why the wrong first food can sabotage slimming, stall weight loss, trigger cravings, and even affect your mental clarity. But you'll also discover how the right choices can elevate energy, strengthen mental health resources, stabilize your appetite, and make every fast more effective. Whether your goal is lose weight healthily, accelerate fat burning, support fitness, or simply feel lighter and more in control, this isn't guesswork. It's a strategic blueprint to help your body shift smoothly from fasting into nourishment without destroying your progress. So if you're tired of fasting hard and seeing little change, if you want real weight loss tips that maximize results, and if you're ready to use food intentionally instead of accidentally blocking your own transformation, then stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to eat, why it works, and how to turn every fast into a powerful tool for weight loss, slimming, and lasting metabolic health. Let's get started. When someone decides to fast with the hope of weight loss, fat burning, or simply to feel lighter and more energized, they usually focus all their discipline on the fasting window itself, believing that the hours without eating are the heroic part of the journey. But what most people don't realize is that the real transformation, whether you want to slim down, boost metabolism, lose weight fast, eliminate abdominal fat, or follow healthy meal plans with purpose, begins at the exact moment the fast ends. That first bite either amplifies all the internal work your body has been doing, or it silently unravels hours of progress in seconds. It's a moment of power disguised as something ordinary, and understanding it can shift the entire trajectory of your fitness goals and long-term health. So before diving into the top 10 perfect foods to break a fast, it's important to understand the deeper mechanisms that make refeeding such a critical stage in any fasting routine, especially if your goals include sustainable weight loss, enhanced mental health resources, or optimizing your metabolism. Think of your fasting window as a quiet internal reset, a kind of structured pause where your digestive system rests, your hormones rebalance, and your body searches inward for energy. During this time, your system moves into a state where it finally taps into stored fat for fuel. For many people hoping to lose belly fat or eliminate abdominal fat specifically, this stage is the key that unlocks the slimming process. Your blood sugar stabilizes, insulin levels drop, inflammation calms down, and your cells work more efficiently. But while all of this is happening, something else is also occurring inside your digestive tract. The entire system becomes more sensitive. Enzymes decrease, stomach acid production slows, and your gut lining experiences something close to a cleansing and rebuilding phase. In other words, fasting doesn't just optimize fat burning. It puts your digestive machinery into a kind of temporary sleep. And just like you wouldn't abruptly wake someone with bright lights and loud noise, your gut also needs a gentle, intentional reawakening. This is why the concept of choosing the right foods after a fast is not just some nutritional suggestion, it's a biological necessity. When the wrong foods are introduced too soon, the body reacts with a spike in insulin that can immediately shut down fat burning, halt weight loss progress, and even trigger cravings that feel completely out of your control. Imagine working so hard during your fasting hours, only to unknowingly flip the switch from fat burning to fat storage with one misguided meal. This is one of the biggest reasons people fast consistently yet feel frustrated, stuck, or confused about why the scale won't budge. They think they're failing at fasting, when in reality the fasting itself is working beautifully, but the refeeding process is sabotaging everything. And this is where the top 10 perfect foods come into play. They aren't just healthy options, but rather strategic tools designed to support weight loss, enhance fat burning, stabilize hunger, and maintain a steady metabolic rhythm throughout the day. These foods allow your body to smoothly transition into nourishment without shocking your system or causing digestive distress. They prevent the overwhelming hunger that leads to overeating and give your body the type of fuel that aligns with your fitness goals, whether you want to lose weight fast or lose weight healthily with balanced nutrition. Many people underestimate how powerful this strategic approach can be. They see fasting as a difficult challenge, but breaking the fast as the easy part, when the opposite is often true. The fast is predictable and rule-based. The refeeding stage is where intention matters most. During a fast, your gut microbiome, the vast ecosystem of organisms living within you, shifts significantly. The balance between beneficial bacteria and less helpful microorganisms changes as food is temporarily removed from the equation. This creates a unique moment to support your digestive health and mental clarity with foods that act like nourishment for the microbiome itself. When chosen correctly, these foods help reestablish a strong foundation for long-term digestive comfort, reduced bloating, better mood, and improved energy levels throughout the day. This is why the best foods to break a fast do more than support weight loss tips or help you slim down. They also reinforce mental health resources, emotional balance, and a sense of control that many people lose on their dieting journey. When your gut is healthy, your brain functions better, your cravings decrease, and your motivation increases. And this leads us to the most misunderstood aspect of breaking a fast. The body is not ready for heavy meals, large amounts of sugar, or even high-protein foods right away. Yes, protein is essential for fitness, building muscle, and supporting metabolic rate. But when consumed too early during refeeding, protein can create digestive strain and an insulin response that counteracts fat burning. Carbohydrates can intensify this effect even more, especially if you are aiming for slimming results or trying to lose belly fat without triggering cravings. What you need instead is a sequence, a structured progression of foods that align with the natural reawakening of your digestive system. This sequence ensures that your body continues moving in the direction of weight loss while simultaneously preparing itself for more complex meals later in the day. The first category of foods to introduce after fasting is what many people find surprising: fats. But not just any fats, clean, easily digestible sources that provide steady energy without raising insulin levels. These fats are essential because they allow your digestive system to wake up slowly while giving your brain immediate clarity and your body a sense of satiety. When you begin refeeding with the right fats, you avoid the rebound hunger that leads to overeating. You maintain stable blood sugar levels, continue supporting fat burning, and reinforce the metabolic momentum you created during your fasting hours. This is particularly important for those whose primary goals are weight loss, slimming, boosting metabolism, or achieving fitness results without the exhaustion and lack of control that often come with traditional dieting. Once your system has been gently activated with these clean fats, the next phase, rebuilding the gut environment, can take place. Foods that support your microbiome help strengthen digestion, stabilize mood, and prepare your body for the more nutrient-dense meals that will follow. This phase is essential for people who want to lose weight fast without damaging their digestive health or triggering inflammation. And finally, once your body is ready, you can introduce high-quality proteins and vegetables that support muscle maintenance, energy, and long-term metabolic wellness. But all of this begins with understanding the strategy behind the process. As you move deeper into this journey of refining how you break your fast, a new awareness starts to grow, almost like a quiet shift happening inside your mind. You begin to realize that weight loss isn't just about what you remove from your plate, but what you intentionally add to support fat burning, boost metabolism, and build a sustainable path to slimming. And it's in this transition from control to strategy that your results finally start making sense. Every time you end a fasting window, the choices you make silently shape your ability to lose weight fast and eliminate abdominal fat, even if you don't notice it immediately. That is why this part of the process becomes a turning point where people finally understand that healthy meal plans are not a punishment, but a system designed to stabilize your biology instead of fighting against it. When you choose foods that allow your metabolism to reawaken gently after hours of rest, your body responds with cleaner energy, sharper thinking, and a renewed ability to lose weight healthily without falling into extremes or exhausting routines. Now, imagine breaking your fast with foods that not only comfort your digestive system but also prime your body for efficient fat burning throughout the day. Foods rich in minerals, hydration, and essential amino acids give you momentum, and suddenly fitness goals that felt out of reach begin to look achievable. This is where people start noticing a surprising phenomenon. When the body receives the right nutrients at the right moment, cravings decrease naturally, energy becomes steady instead of chaotic, and your mind becomes clearer, improving mental health resources and your overall sense of control. This is the exact opposite of what happens when someone ends a fast with heavy, ultra-processed meals that spike insulin and trigger inflammation. Instead of breaking the cycle of hunger, these choices only magnify it. The key to slimming isn't starvation, it's precision. And once your cells experience what it feels like to be fueled properly, your entire relationship with food begins to shift. One of the greatest advantages of choosing the right foods to break a fast is that you begin to experience what sustainable weight loss feels like. Not the dramatic ups and downs, not the desperation to lose belly fat quickly, but a balanced rhythm that builds confidence day after day. This new stability often becomes the foundation of long-term fat burning because your body stops panicking for survival and instead enters a pattern of predictable energy usage. When you choose hydrating foods, gentle proteins, and fiber-rich sources, you reduce digestive stress and pave the way for smoother metabolism activation. And the benefits go beyond the physical. They extend into your emotions, your clarity, and even your sleep patterns. For many people, simply learning how to break a fast correctly becomes the missing link in their weight loss tips arsenal, unlocking progress they've been chasing for years. Part of this transformation comes from understanding how your gut responds after fasting. After hours without food, your digestive system operates like a reset machine. It can absorb nutrients more efficiently, but it is also more sensitive. The wrong choice, something overly fatty or heavily processed, disrupts this gentle balance, making it harder to slim down and eliminate abdominal fat. On the other hand, lighter, nutrient-dense options provide a smooth transition that improves gut health, which is essential for anyone seeking to lose weight fast or stabilize their energy throughout the day. People underestimate this connection. Yet, nearly every individual aiming for weight loss, healthy meal plans, or better fitness performance benefits from nourishing the gut first. When the gut functions well, inflammation decreases, insulin responds better, and the entire hormonal environment becomes more supportive of weight loss healthily. Another important point that many ignore is how powerful the first meal of the day becomes when you're following a fasting schedule. This meal sets the tone for your entire system. If you begin with foods that increase bloating, trigger blood sugar spikes, or cause digestive heaviness, you will feel sluggish, unfocused, and prone to overeating later. But when you choose foods that align with fat burning and boost metabolism, you feel an internal shift that influences your decisions for the next hours. This is why the perfect post-fast food selection becomes a strategic tool for slimming. It's not just about losing weight, it's about creating a flow in your day where your mind and body feel synchronized. Fitness enthusiasts, busy professionals, and even beginners on their weight loss journey notice this effect immediately when they change their fasting break routine. And here's something people rarely discuss: the psychological impact of breaking a fast correctly. Many believe it is purely physical, but the truth is that mental clarity, mood stability, and emotional balance are deeply connected to how you nourish yourself after a fasting window. When glucose enters the bloodstream in a balanced and steady way, your brain feels calmer and more focused. This is one of the hidden reasons why choosing the right foods can improve mental health resources, reduce stress eating, and help you stick to your goals. The mind feels safer when the body is stable. And when the mind is stable, weight loss becomes more natural instead of something you must constantly fight for. Another benefit of breaking a fast properly is that it empowers you to create healthy meal plans without feeling overwhelmed. You start understanding what your body responds well to, and this awareness becomes your personal map for lose weight healthily. Instead of relying on guesswork, you start tuning into the signals your body sends: energy levels, hunger patterns, digestion, focus. This makes every meal an opportunity for fat burning and long-term slimming instead of a gamble. And when you learn to maintain this internal balance, you unconsciously begin to eliminate abdominal fat, because the body stops storing energy defensively and shifts toward consistent fuel usage. This is also when your metabolism starts adapting more efficiently. By choosing nutrient-dense foods after fasting, you provide your cells with exactly what they need to activate metabolism pathways related to fat oxidation and stable energy. And the more consistently you repeat this practice, the easier it becomes for the body to maintain a healthy metabolic rate. People often think metabolism is something fixed or genetic, but the truth is that daily nutritional choices, especially the first meal after fasting, are powerful enough to boost metabolism naturally. This is one of the most overlooked weight loss tips, yet it has one of the strongest long-term effects. What surprises many people is how quickly this strategy starts showing results. Within days, you feel lighter, digestion improves, bloating reduces, and motivation increases. Within weeks, slimming becomes visible. You lose belly fat more consistently, and your relationship with food becomes healthier and calmer. The cumulative effect of breaking your fast correctly is profound, touching every area of life from fitness performance to mental clarity, from emotional stability to fat-burning efficiency. And once you understand this, you stop searching for shortcuts and instead begin applying strategies that work with your biology instead of against it. As you progress and begin to understand how powerful the right foods can be after a fasting window, something remarkable begins to happen. You start trusting your body again. What once felt like confusion, what to eat, when to eat, how to support weight loss, now becomes clarity. And this clarity is exactly what unlocks the next stage of slimming, fat burning, and metabolic stability. When you realize that your first meal acts as a command center for your hormones, digestion, and energy levels, breaking your fast stops being a moment of anxiety and becomes a strategic advantage. The ability to lose weight fast, eliminate abdominal fat, and maintain steady progress no longer feels like a battle you're barely winning. Instead, it turns into a predictable, empowering pattern driven by intentional food choices. One of the reasons this shift feels so transformative is because the right foods after fasting activate multiple biological pathways that support weight loss healthily. They calm inflammation, stabilize glucose, and send signals to your brain that you are nourished, safe, and in control. This reduces the emotional triggers that often lead to overeating or cravings throughout the day. And that's when people start noticing something incredible. The moment they break their fast correctly, their ability to make healthier decisions strengthens naturally. They no longer rely on willpower alone. The body itself begins pushing them toward better habits, guiding them toward foods that support fitness, stable energy, mental clarity, and long-term fat burning. As your metabolism becomes more responsive, you begin noticing how deeply connected it is to your mood, concentration, and motivation. This is why so many individuals report feeling mentally sharper when they break their fast with nutrient-rich choices. This mental clarity becomes a powerful resource, one that helps you stay aligned with your healthy meal plans without feeling trapped or restricted. And when your mind is stable, your actions follow with far more consistency. That is the hidden fuel behind sustained weight loss. Not punishment or exhaustion, but alignment between mind and metabolism. You begin to feel lighter emotionally, not just physically. And this improves your overall mental health resources in ways you might not expect. Another powerful effect of breaking your fast with intention is the impact on energy distribution throughout the day. Instead of a sudden spike followed by a crash, you experience a steady stream of vitality that supports physical activity, productivity, and even motivation for fitness routines that once felt overwhelming. This stable energy is one of the key elements that help you lose belly fat, because it prevents the emotional crashes and uncontrollable hunger that often sabotage weight loss. When the body feels balanced, it stops craving quick-fix foods and instead transitions into sustainable fat burning, which is the real engine behind long-term slimming. Many people only realize how transformative this is when they notice how their evenings begin to change. Because of the stability created by breaking the fast properly, nighttime overeating decreases naturally. The body no longer asks for rescue calories because it has been nourished efficiently from the start. This alone accelerates weight loss far more than most people expect. This is where the strategy becomes powerful. The first meal of the day silently controls the last meal of the day. And this domino effect is one of the most reliable weight loss tips you can apply, especially if your goal is to eliminate abdominal fat and maintain a calm, clear relationship with food. When this new rhythm settles into your routine, the body becomes more efficient at switching between energy sources. It begins using stored fat more frequently, especially during fasting hours, because the metabolism has learned to trust the cycle of nourishment that follows. This is one of the key steps in boosting metabolism naturally. Consistency. When your cells know that high-quality nutrients will arrive after fasting, they stop clinging to fat and instead create a smooth flow between fasting and feeding states. This is how you lose weight healthily without feeling deprived, drained, or emotionally unstable. And this metabolic trust leads to something even more meaningful: long-term habit formation. Once breaking your fast becomes a conscious process, you begin crafting healthy meal plans that feel aligned with your goals and easy to maintain. The stress associated with dieting disappears because you are no longer guessing your way forward. You understand what works for your body. You recognize which foods trigger bloating, which ones support energy, which ones help with fat burning, and which ones sabotage your progress. This personalized awareness is far more powerful than any generic plan because it turns your daily choices into a tailored system made specifically for your biology. As you continue applying these principles, you will likely notice improvements beyond weight loss. Digestion becomes smoother, sleep quality improves, inflammation decreases, and mood becomes more balanced. These subtle yet powerful changes are part of the reason people find this approach sustainable. It aligns with human physiology rather than fighting against it. When your gut is calm and nourished, when your hormones feel stable, and when your energy remains steady, everything becomes easier. Fitness routines, productive days, emotional resilience, and even long-term fat burning. This holistic synergy is what gives you not just weight loss, but true slimming that lasts. Breaking your fast with strategic foods is also one of the fastest ways to reduce abdominal swelling and bloating, which helps you feel lighter almost immediately. This psychological reward creates momentum. When you see progress, whether on the scale, in the mirror, or in the way your clothes fit, you naturally feel more committed. This momentum helps you push through challenging days and reinforces the belief that you can lose weight fast while maintaining the long-term perspective needed for consistent fat burning. Momentum is a mental tool just as important as any food choice, and the right post-fast routine multiplies its power. This process also teaches you the importance of tuning into your internal signals. You begin recognizing real hunger from habit-driven hunger, emotional hunger, or anxiety-driven hunger. This awareness strengthens your ability to choose foods that support your goals rather than reacting impulsively. And each time you make a choice aligned with your well-being, whether for weight loss, slimming, mental health resources, or fitness performance, you further establish trust between your body and mind. This trust is the foundation of sustainable transformation. When these changes accumulate, you don't just feel different, you become different. You walk differently, think differently, and choose differently. The confidence that emerges from being able to control your metabolic health without extreme diets is something people rarely experience until they start applying this method. This is where transformation becomes identity. You no longer try to lose weight. Instead, you simply live in a way that naturally supports weight loss, fat burning, and metabolic freedom. And that is the core message behind mastering the art of breaking your fast. It's not about restriction. It's not about suffering. It's about understanding your biology, nourishing your cells at the right moment, and creating a system that works even on difficult days. Once you apply this consistently, your body responds with stability, your metabolism responds with efficiency, and your mind responds with clarity. This is how you build a leaner, stronger, calmer version of yourself, one meal at a time, starting with that very first bite after a fast.
There's a natural solution to speed up your metabolism, control cravings, and support your weight loss journey naturally and effectively. Click the link in the first pinned comment to start transforming your body. If you want to truly transform your body and learn how to lose belly fat healthily, don't stop here. In the next video, I'll share practical strategies and little-known secrets to boost your metabolism and keep the weight off for good. Click now and discover how to take your weight loss to the next level